This week we've been creating something really special down in the pub using our reclaimed 180-year-old oak wood from outside the manor. I've also got an update on our mural that you can see behind, and I am going to be revealing the new name for our big room. If you've been following us, you'll know that we've been calling the biggest room in the manor the big room. Not a great name. So we have a new name. I'm going to be revealing that today. We've also got some more treasures that we picked up from Renovators Resource. And I have some very exciting news about our Mother's Day afternoon tea. So stay tuned to the end of the video to find out what that is. And don't forget, if you're enjoying our videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our Ladysmith Manor Diaries YouTube channel to ensure that you're the first to see all our videos. But first, let me show you what we've been up to this week. I've been waiting to start staining the bar top here all week. I have been watching Stephen install it, fill it, sand it. He's done a beautiful job, and now finally I get to put stain on. Earlier this week, Stephen got out his laser templator that he uses at work, and he templated our countertops ready for us to have the countertops cut and fitted. So I've been playing around with stain for our wainscoting this week. This is wainscoting that we actually took out of the manor, another room upstairs, and we're reusing. So Stephen has been out this week planing each of the pieces. So we took each piece and we kind of chose the best ones we could find, and then he's run them all through his planer, really to give them just a really nice finish. But what's been really interesting is the different grains and finishes that we've discovered when we've taken off that top layer of old stain. And you can see that there are so many different patterns of grain, which I think is going to look really great on the bar when we put them up, because these are going to go on the front of the bar when they're cut. So I actually have been experimenting. I got Stephen to cut a few pieces off with the different grain patterns, and I tested some different stains, and we've decided that our English chestnut, which we've used on the bar countertop at the back, is our best option, and so today I am starting to actually stain them. I still have lots more to stain, but these first ones have come up beautifully. When we got this fire insert home, which is going to go in the pub, we found stuffed all in the back these papers. There's a whole bunch of them. Like, there's lots in here. Like, they're a little bit dirty and covered in soot or something, but it says seminar schedule Friday, January 23rd, 1976, Truro, Nova Scotia. And it's got the Institute of Public Affairs, first year, second year, third year, and it's basically got the schedule of these this program. Students enrolled in the 3-year correspondence course for assessors, province of Nova Scotia. It gives them all the instructions and the details about their course, and where their lessons are, and then at the back, it's got a spot for them to check whether they'll be attending or not. 1976, 1 year after I was born. So, 47 years old. I'm assuming they've not been in the back of this fire that whole time, because I'm assuming it was used, but who knows? Who knows where this fireplace used to live, who used to use it, but I always find it fascinating when you find different items stuffed in drawers or in the back of fireplaces. So I'm going to be keeping that because it's a part of the history and the story of this fireplace. But this is going to go into our pub, right in the middle of the window. We're going to build a mantle around it. But I think it's just gorgeous with its detail. It's just perfect for that space. So the next job I have is to clean it all up. We picked up the fireplace insert down at Renovators Resource in Halifax, and while we were there, we also found this amazing door with this beautiful glass. It's original brass plate still on it, and a set of amazing hinges. We've been talking about renaming our big room here in the manor for the longest time, but finally we have a new name. So let's go find out what it is. So this is the biggest room in the manor, and it was nicknamed the big room right back from day one when we first moved in, when Stephen and I were trying to find ways to communicate about which room we were talking about, and it just seemed the obvious thing. It was the biggest room, so it was called the big room, and the name stuck, but it really isn't a very good name for a room, and we wanted to change it. So we've been thinking about different ideas. I know if you've been following us for a while, you'll probably remember I asked a few questions about what you thought, and we've been trying to decide. Well, we have now come up with a new name, and it actually kind of came from the wallpaper and the paint that we chose. Now, if you remember, we have this gorgeous wallpaper that we have chosen for in here. I just really, really love this wallpaper. It is so pretty. It's such a, I probably should do this the other way around. There we go. It's such a pretty sagey green, and it's got this wonderful pattern on it. So we decided that we're going to put this wallpaper on the two side walls, the long walls. But behind me, you can see we have our wonderful fireplace mantle, and I wanted to paint this or make this color behind the black fireplace something different. I wanted it to really be a feature wall. And our black fireplace mantle is going to be decorated with more gold. We've got an old cast iron coal fireplace that's going to go into that space. But I wanted behind that mirror and behind the fireplace to be something a little bit more dramatic. So I went looking for a darker green paint, and I found this color here. And it is, let me just take this off. It is a really lovely green, and I wasn't sure, it's called green smoke. I wasn't sure at first whether it would kind of complement the wallpaper. I wanted it to be a bit darker, but still to complement. But I think it works really, really well. So this green is the paint that I'm going to be painting behind that mantle. But then, as with me, I always have more ideas. I have decided that I'm actually going to paint the ceiling in here in this green, in a flat paint. So this is an eggshell, this is going to go on the wall, then we're going to do a flat on the ceiling. Now, there's always mixed opinions about dark colors on ceilings. I personally love them. I think this room is so big and is so light, it's going to be fabulous. We'll then have ceiling roses with our chandeliers, and it's going to really make a statement. So I am so, so excited. Well, I was talking to my mum and dad. I was showing them my paint color and my wallpaper, and my dad then said, well, are you going to call it the green room? And he said it, I think he was joking, but Stephen and I looked at each other and we were like, that's actually a really good name. We like that name. It sounds kind of regal, it feels mannery, anyway. So we have decided that the new name for our big room is the green room. The challenge is trying to remember to call it that. Stephen is constantly reminding me, not the big room, the green room, green room, the green room. One day my brain is going to remember and I'm going to say it right, but it is now the green room. So I am so excited. We are this week working on painting, wallpapering, getting this room put together so we can actually show you what the green room is going to look like. But I think it's going to be a really dramatic and very kind of warm, it's very neutral too. We want to be able to use different colors in here, but having the greens, the top part of the wallpaper will just be the top part of these walls. The bottom part is going to be a neutral paneling, so it's not the whole wall, it's just the top half. And I cannot wait to see the paint, the wallpaper up, and to actually get used to calling it the green room. Peggy and Jackie have been back this week working on our mural, and it's really starting to take shape. It's amazing how many layers and textures and colors they use to create the dimension. So we've got more trees now, we have more bark and depth on the tree trunk, which is really exciting. And I love watching them paint and seeing them create something from these layers of colors. And it's slowly getting closer to being the finished piece. So stay tuned over the next few weeks as it continues to come to life. So we have been blown away by the response to the afternoon teas and our Music at the Manor events. Everything sold out within hours, pretty much. And we are so excited to welcome everyone to the Manor, and also to be announcing lots more events and experiences that will be coming in 2023. But I have some really exciting news for you. If you had really wanted to come to our Mother's Day afternoon tea, but got there too late and all the tickets were sold, we have 2 tickets that have very, very unexpectedly come back onto our page and are available again. And so just 2, and they are for the Saturday the 13th of May. They're on our website, and once they're gone, they're gone. We won't have any more spaces, but we do have 2 tickets. So if you missed the chance when we first released them and you would like to come either with your mum, you don't have to be mums, it's on Mother's Day, but we're here to celebrate everyone. So we would love to welcome you. So if you would like to join us for afternoon tea here at the Manor, and you can see behind me, we'll be using this space. We're going to transform this room into something very, very special for Mother's Day. And you can come and enjoy scones and cream, some sandwiches, some very yummy, tasty treats. We're going to have a photo booth. It's going to be an amazingly fun afternoon. So if you would like to take those 2 tickets and join us, head over to our website. I will put the link in the comments below so that you can jump over and get those final 2 tickets. And just as a reminder, our summer market is fast approaching. It's not till July, but those months time seems to be flying by. So I wanted just to remind you to make sure you have it in your calendar. The 15th and 16th of July, it's a Saturday and Sunday. We have got some amazing, exciting activities, vendors, food, all sorts of stuff happening. I'm going to be announcing the theme very, very shortly, in the next few weeks probably, and we've got some really exciting new ideas. We're going to have lots of our regular vendors coming back, but we've also got some new vendors and some new experiences for you to enjoy when you arrive. So make sure you put that in your calendar, 15th and 16th of July, because we'd love to see you here at the Manor. But I better get back to work. Always got lots of things to do. My to-do list never gets smaller, it just always seems to get bigger. So I'm gonna set to working my way through that, and I will see you back here next week for our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.